let's talk for just a minute about prayer exercises. Now, when you talk about prayer exercises, a lot of people, it's kind of ABC elementary stuff, and they're far, far beyond that. But there are other people who struggle. What do I do when I'm all by myself and I want to spend time with God? One man said, my intent was to spend an hour in prayer with God every day. And after 1 minute, I gave up. Now, that's probably a pretty dismal picture. But a lot of people struggle with focus. And if you lose focus, you won't be persistent. So how do you keep your focus in prayer? And what I've found is that prayer exercises help me develop the prayer habit. And once I have certain structures established, fundamental elementary structures established for prayer, then I've got greater liberty in prayer. You never play the game with the foul lines or boundaries as the focus. The sand trap, the water hazard, you don't play like that. But if you don't keep those boundaries in mind, if you forget about the foul lines, then the game goes awry. So you want to know, what are the boundaries? What are the principles that can help me in my pursuit of God? And models for prayer are so helpful. Now, if you get lost in the prayer models and the prayer exercises, you miss the more important thing, and that's God Himself. It's like being in exercise and ignoring your health. So exercise, prayer exercise, is not the goal. Vital health and function is the goal. So you look for prayer exercises that help you grow in your own spiritual vitality. Don't assume that you're making progress because you've got 12 prayer exercises that are now part of your daily routine. No. The goal is spiritual health. The goal is your relationship with God. Prayer doesn't change you. God changes you. But prayer positions us for change. It's a form of surrender. It's the means by which we search for God. It's a path for our pursuit of God. It's the discipline, a principal means by which the flesh is subordinated to allow the Spirit to animate us. The world pushed away until the world on top of this world becomes more real to us than the world that we're living in. Our kneeling before God is precisely the power position so necessary to defeat the devil, because we're not wrestling against flesh and blood, but against the forces which we cannot contend with in our own strength. So what we want to do is just introduce some basic, simple prayer models or structures. We'll be back right after this.